the verdict that shook the court in a small but bustling town in the American South. There stood a courtroom where the air had always been thick with unspoken prejudices. Judge Mason, an old man with a reputation as sharp as his tongue, had been presiding over cases for decades. He was known for his disdain toward the black community, and his rulings were often biased, dismissing evidence or bending the law to suit his prejudices. Enter Olivia West, a young, fierce black lawyer who had just started her career at a prestigious law firm in the city. Olivia was determined to make her mark in the legal world, but the case she had taken on was daunting. Her client, Marcus Johnson, a middle-aged black man, had been wrongfully accused of assaulting a white police officer during a protest. The evidence was flimsy at best, and the prosecutor had built a case primarily on racial stereotypes, hoping to secure a quick conviction from the moment Olivia stepped into Judge Mason's courtroom. She felt the weight of history bearing down on her. Mason looked her up and down with a dismissive sneer. He had always seen black lawyers as a threat to his authority, and he had no intention of letting her disrupt the order he had cultivated for so long. The trial was a relentless battle. Judge Mason interrupted Olivia at every turn, attempting to stifle her arguments, questioning her competence, and ruling against her objections. But Olivia, with a quiet strength and grace, refused to back down. She methodically dismantled the prosecution's case, presenting evidence that proved Marcus's innocence beyond a shadow of a doubt. The final blow came when she introduced new footage of the protest, a video that had been hidden from the court until the last minute. It clearly showed Marcus helping an injured protester, while the officer in question was the one who initiated the violence. The video was a game changer, and for the first time, Olivia saw a flicker of uncertainty in Judge Mason's eyes. The courtroom was on edge as Olivia made her closing statement. "This case isn't about race or politics or fear," she said, her voice unwavering. "This case is about justice. It's about doing what's right, not what's easy. And the right thing is clear. Marcus Johnson is innocent when the jury returned with a verdict of not guilty." The room went silent. Judge Mason's face turned pale, his grip tightening around the gavel. He tried to mask his surprise with a curt nod, but everyone could see the panic in his eyes. His carefully constructed world, built on intimidation and bias, was crumbling in front of him. Olivia stood tall as the courtroom erupted into applause. Her victory not just for Marcus, but for every person who had ever faced injustice at the hands of a biased system. She walked out of the courtroom with her head high, the weight of history shifting ever so slightly in her favor. As for Judge Mason, the panic he felt that day never left him. His career, once untouchable, was now under scrutiny. The case made headlines across the country, and while Mason continued to sit on the bench for a while longer, his authority was no longer unquestioned. Olivia's triumph was a quiet revolution, proof that courage, intelligence, and justice could break even the most entrenched systems of oppression. In the years that followed, Olivia became a beacon of hope and an inspiration to young black lawyers everywhere, proving that standing up to injustice, no matter how powerful the forces against you, could bring about change.